Boom! Big reveal! Dragon Ball Z, the return of Cooler, uncut, 48 minutes. This is it, guys. This is what I have been planning to make a video on for about 2.5 months now, man. This should have came out a long time ago, but it is finally here. Dragon Ball Z. And nope, that is not our video. Nope. Here is the real thing. I got an SNES! Yes, I found an original SNES. Look at this, baby. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You got the controller. I'm gonna just show off everything that I got. It's like, you know, just like the general stuff, and then I'll explain about this. Man, I'm really happy. Got the old Nintendo quality of assurance number. I got the little plugs on the back. You know, that's the bottom, whatnot. Yes, an official real SNES. And I even got some games for it. I'll show my favorite one last. We got Donkey Kong Country 1. Everyone loves Donkey Kong Country music. I love Donkey Kong Country music. Who doesn't love Donkey Kong Country music? Especially Donkey Kong 1. And we got Donkey Kong Dixie. Wait, yeah. Donkey, I don't know why I said Dixie. I thought it was the third one. Yeah, we got Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Kong Quest. Oh, puns here. Alright, guys, we got Diddy Kong's Conquest. And we got a really cool game, because it's 3 games. Super Mario All-Stars. Oh yeah, everyone loves this thing. You got Mario Bros. 1, Mario Bros. Lost Levels, 3, and 2. I don't know if that's the right order, but yeah, I got 3, 1, 2, and Lost Levels. You know what I mean, man? And you should already know what my favorite Nintendo game, well, at least my second favorite one of all time is. Super Mario World. This is it. This is the one that I just, when I was able to finally get an actual real copy of this game, I just went, man, I have never felt more complete in my life. Never before have I felt more complete in my life until the day that I saw a real in-person copy of Super Mario World. It has like some other stuff, but there's not like, you know, just, you know, plugins to make it work. Got a SNES controller, an official one actually. It actually came with 2, but I have the other one somewhere else. But man, where do I even start? Like, where do I start with this one, man? The SNES for me basically is like the console. It's like one of my most favorite consoles, but I never even owned it up until just like a little while ago, which has been like a couple months now since I got this thing. I know it took me a long time to make it. I just wanted to make this feel right. Today just felt like a good day to show that I finally got one, man. I'm gonna tell you the story. So, you know, pawn shops. You know, I talk a lot about pawn shops because pawn shops are cool. You find old stuff there. So basically, here's the story. This is the story. I was going to a pawn shop, and let's just say I went into the pawn shop. I had actually never gone into this pawn shop before. It's like in the general area to where I would go to all these like other pawn shops, but we just never. I never realized that it was actually like a pawn shop. So we had never gone there. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I had never gone to that pawn shop before. So I was like, oh hey, is that a new pawn shop that I've never gone to before? Like, cool, let's go over there. And you know, when you first go in, it's just like Xbox stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, we got some Xbox stuff, we got some PlayStation stuff, and I get down to the like last display case, and I see in its prime an SNES. I'm like, is that a real SNES, man? Are they selling that? Like, I sound like it, but man, let me just tell you, man. I have been wanting it. I've always had a Nintendo 64. I have just too many Nintendo 64s basically. But I've never owned an SNES, and I've always wanted one for like the longest time, ever since I kind of like figured out about one. Because I love the controller, I love the games. Who doesn't love SNES? It's the most re-released thing that Nintendo has, but everyone loves them though. And yeah, so yeah, you know, here's the thing. Here's a weird thing. Even though the SNES is basically my favorite console, the thing is, when I saw all this, like, by that time, you know, Nintendo had basically already released all of these games on the Nintendo Switch Online thing. So I'm like, do I really want to buy an SNES to just, like, own it? Like, you know, I know, like, I am a collector now. Like, you know, I was at, you know, I am a collector because this is, like, very recently. So I was like, I am a collector, but do I want to buy one? That was very foolish of me, honestly. I had the money. I was just very foolish at the time. I didn't know why I didn't buy it, like, the first second that I knew I could get it. You know, luckily no one got it. Man, that would have been an absolute tragedy if someone had gotten this. So, yeah, I got it, you know, obviously, because it's an SNES, as I said. This is the childhood. This is the childhood that I never had because I've missed it by a few years, and none of us ever owned them. And, yeah, so I got it, and the games. Okay, so the weird thing is, I have to wonder if the person who sold this SNES, did they, like, sell the stuff at the pawn shop? And, like, they're like, oh, I don't want to sell the games at the same pawn shop. So he, like, the guy or a girl or whatever, they just, like, went to a completely different pawn shop, like, they're very far away. Like, these two pawn shops, like, they're nowhere near each other. So like, you know, I found all the games that I showed you, I found those at one pawn shop, like, far away, and then I found the console at just, like, a random other pawn shop. And I'm just like, well, ain't that interesting? Because the thing is, at the pawn shop that they had the game at, they had games. But the only game of note was, like, a Bart Simpson game, you know, Bart's Nightmare. That was it. I didn't get the game because, personally, if anyone, like, I've seen gameplay of Bart's Nightmare. That game does not look fun. Like, maybe I might get it just to say that I own Bart Simpson's Nightmare, but the game does not look like it hits, you know what I mean? It doesn't. But, yeah. I'm just happy. I'm just happy right now, man. I've never been more happy about buying a console. Because, as I said, I'd never owned a SNES, and I've been wanting one for the longest time. And I was kind of thinking about not even getting the thing. Oh boy, I still feel stupid just for even thinking. The very thought of not getting a real SNES, it still haunts me. It's just like I was just happy to see it, man. You know, because I was thinking about not getting it because, as I said, Nintendo had already released all these games. So I was like, I could buy these games, but there's, like, not really a point because, well, Nintendo Switch Online exists. And, like, recently, actually, yeah, All Stars had got released for the 30th anniversary. So legit, every single one of these games kind of became obsolete for me at that point because I would get them all because I obviously had to continue playing for it online. So I was like, oh, do I really need one? But then I really thought about it and thought about how this could be my one and only chance to get one. Yeah, I don't think they're that expensive online. Maybe, like, you know, a couple $100 more. But, like, the thing is, man, it was $125. You know, maybe that's a cheap price, maybe that's a high price. It didn't matter too much to me considering it was an SNES, a real one too. So I got it, and I was happy about it. You know what I mean? I finally got one. Like, this video is basically just a rant at this point, just me just being happy about getting an SNES. There's not much more to talk about it. Kind of anticlimactic that this video is this short. Is how long it's gonna be short because, like, it's been in production for like 2 months or something like that. But yeah, there's not much to talk about it. You know, I told you the story. I told you the epic story of how I got it and how I almost maybe didn't get it. I would have gotten it, obviously, but, you know, there's a chance that someone could have, you know, gotten it while I wasn't there. Now, who would get it? I don't know. Maybe some random collector would get it. But yeah, there's not much more to talk about in this video, you know. I guess, I will say this about it, I haven't beaten any of the games, really, because I just wanted to just make this video first, because I haven't actually played it much. I played, like, a couple of the worlds in Super Mario World, you know, just to see, get that real childhood experience that I never had. And I do think what I am going to be doing is I'm gonna play through Super Mario World like it was intended. You know, everyone wants to play through Super Mario World like it was intended, and then I will beat Mario Bros 2. You know, the reskin game. I've never beaten that game, believe it or not. I've beaten basically every single classic Mario game except that and Lost Levels. Yes, I haven't beaten Lost Levels yet, but I think my way of beating Lost Levels is going to be through this original cartridge. Why? It seems it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? There would be no better way to experience these games through a CRT, because I do have a CRTV over there in this room, so yeah, that's what I've been playing it on. Like, I tried to play it on the TV in my room. Man, that game looked atrocious on that TV. Because they're not made for the widescreen TVs we have nowadays. So, that CRTV over there, it's perfect. It can play CDs. Well, not CDs, obviously, but it can play VHS tapes, so yeah, that gag about Dragon Ball Z, it's not completely, it's like, I didn't play it off of that TV, but I did play it on a different TV to play the Dragon Ball movie. But, I'm just saying, man, I like CRTVs. I'm not like a purist or anything by that, because obviously I played the game on NESO and online and whatnot, so and I'm not a purist who will be like, no, you have to play the game on the original hardware, or else you didn't play the game. You didn't play it at all. But I don't really care too much about that, because who cares? If you get to experience the game, who cares how you play it, man? But yeah, that's about it. There's nothing else to really talk about. Another video will be coming out soon after this, a little bit more earlier, because I was planning. I didn't know if I was gonna make this video and hold it off more, or else I was just gonna go ahead and make that other video that I was gonna make. You'll see it in a couple days, I guess. I was like, do I hold this video off, and let it just be in production or whatever forever, or else do I just go ahead and make it? And you know what? I made it, man. This is just me being happy today. I'm just glad that I finally made this video. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video of me talking about the NES, one of my not own, but basically favorite console. And until then, guys, goodbye.